What's good with the YouTube? You already know. Real Talk with Flaco coming live and direct. Also, Flaco with a Convicts Perspective. We'll be right back at you guys on there, man. As well as Flaco from a Felons to Men podcast. Please hit the like, subscribe, comment, do all the things to help support the channel and the algorithm. This channel is not getting too many good views right now, man, but let's see if we can change that. So what I'm going to talk about today, man, is a little bit more into the Lil Toro matter, right? I'm not going to talk about him. I'm not justifying, I'm not condoning anything, I'm not doing anything like that, right? But I just want to raise some questions that I never got to discuss in the first, when I did the interview with him. Now, the thing that has always bothered me the most about this whole case is that this case is from 2007, okay? It didn't even become an issue till about, 11, 12 years later, okay? He had since gone to prison, was on 4 different guards with those charges on his jacket, and nothing happened. So to me, that was one of the main issues. And it wasn't until he had a falling out with a particular known individual in the rap industry, as we know, Toros, is when all the backlash started to happen. All this stuff started to come out. Everything started to be pushed. That's where I had an issue on this whole matter. Okay? Like I said, I have no position because I don't know all the intricate details. I haven't seen the case or nothing, so I can't really give my 2 cents. You know, but why was, if it's such an issue now for people, why wasn't he deemed no good back then? And those are some things that you may want to ask yourself, man. If these allegations are what they are, why wasn't he dealt with then? Why wasn't anybody on the streets worried about him back then when he was making rap songs? These are all things which kind of bugged me the whole time revolving around this case. And that's why I took the position I took on it, which means I'm not supporting him, but I'm not against him either. I don't know the whole case. I don't know what really happened. You know? Now, it's one of those matters that a lot of people want to keep under wraps, it seems like. You know what I mean? No one's really discussing it. The only thing that they're trying to discuss is, oh, he's a chomo, or when they talk about me, I'm getting a little bit of backlash, eh? But I think a lot of people know for the most part that me in particular, I don't condone that shit. You know what I'm saying? I put in work on a lot of fools that had those type of cases. Trust me on that, man. I don't hesitate. And with his, it's like, I go back to my schooling. Why wasn't this addressed? You know what I mean? Was there some favoritism involved? Was it because of his status as a rapper? He really wasn't that well known of a rapper back in 2007. You know what I'm saying? So these are the things that, in light of certain backlash I've gotten, you know what I mean? Which I'm not going to repeat something like that and do another interview after all this, stuff that's came out, right? That's why I took a position I did. Let's find out a little bit more. That's why I wanted to do the interview, because those are the questions I've had the whole time. I don't just run with what I hear, because my first thing is, well, why didn't the homeboys do him no good back then? So those are the questions that I have. In any event, a young female was taken advantage of, at a young age and whatnot, by a bunch of drunk guys, and that's not acceptable either. You know what I mean? By no means is it. But I really want people to look at what I'm saying, though, and not look at it from a standpoint of me defending the individual, because I'm not defending nobody. At the end of the day, I'll give everybody a fair chance until they prove me otherwise. Now, I don't know all the details, like I've said, but those are things that people should be questioning. Why did the homeboys deem him no good? Not whether it is now or not. What were the reasons today? You know what I'm saying? Those are the things that you really have to ask, you know what I'm saying, in general, in regards to this question, because I don't see nobody really bringing that up. Everybody keeps on deflecting it, and that's the main thing that I see. I've seen cases of similar magnitude to where people get deemed no good. You know what I'm saying? I've seen cases that were similar and people get cleared. It all depends upon the individual who's going to make that decision, how old they were, where their mental state was at, and all that. And are they capable of salvaging? Any event though, man, this kind of topic's been really one that people have been discussing a lot, and everybody has a different view of it, man. And I don't have a position. Like I said, I don't have a position towards it because I don't know enough of the details. I'm willing to look into it, hear it, see it, observe it, and then make a decision after that. But until I get more additional information, I'm not going to really comment, yeah, fuck him, or no, he's good. I have no position in it. And I kind of wanted to elaborate the reasons why I took that stance, and I just have listed it. It's very self-evident. You know what I mean? Because that makes me question that if you hit 4 different prison yards, they're going to ask you for your 128G. Everybody knows that. They're going to ask you for your paperwork. Your 128G is going to have that on there. You know, all your offenses. You know what I mean? Why wasn't it an issue then? Why once there started to become a little dispute, then it became an issue? How come there's other rappers who've had more than one accusation and no one's saying about them? You get what I'm saying? You have to be transparent, and you have to run things kind of parallel. You can't say, okay, well, because I don't like this dude, we're going to deem him no good, but this dude over here is cool. No, it don't work that way. You know? And you know, I gotta be a little bit more clear about this. I don't condone or support any type of behavior that it puts any woman, child, or whatnot in harm's way to where they're taken advantage of. I don't support the crime that did happen. You know what I'm saying? But as far as the magnitude of intent and whatnot, I don't know. I wasn't there. Does it justify it? No, it doesn't. You know what I mean? Different people have different energies about it, which is cool, which is fine. You know what I mean? But I think I'm entitled to have a non-opinion, right? You know what I mean? Does that make me a bad person? Because I don't know. Because I like to seek truth. I got to investigate. I got to probe. I got to do inquiries. These are all things that I do before I make any type of determination on an individual. You know, and that's where I can tell the difference in people's caliber of schooling when it comes to these subjects. You know, you don't just run off and make hasty decisions or hasty evaluations of people, because the same way you don't want people judging you, the same way a lot of people don't want them being judged as well. So you got to really be fair and just and have an unbiased opinion. What I mean by that is not influenced by everybody. But yet nobody wants to bring up what I've said. You know what I mean? What are the answers there? You know? Some say, oh, he may have been on freeze. You can't. Why are you going to be on freeze over one issue for that many years? No, it doesn't work that way. Especially when he's telling the whole story. You know, I wish Lil Toro the best, you know what I mean? I'm not going to make any judgment on him today. I don't really have an opinion. You know, I think everybody's entitled to their due process to be heard and to look at all case factors and then make a determination. You know? And sometimes things do get spun, sometimes narratives do get embellished, and that works both ways. You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying that he's innocent either. You know? So until we get more information, I got to stand by what I believe in, which I don't know. And then when you don't know, you don't put labels or categorize people, you know? The age was young though. Was it 15 or whatever? That is a young age. And but I think at that age, 19, 20, you're not running around asking girls for their IDs. You know what I'm saying? And that's the truth, man. That's not me trying to be fucking funny about it. That's the reality of it. Most youngsters at that age, they're partying, they're doing their things. If they get a chance to hook up, they're hooking up. You know what I'm saying? So you got to be very careful with that, though. Look at the consequences, you know? Anyways, just want to do a real quick brief spill on it, man, and address it real quick, man. I hope everybody has a positive day, man. Hopefully I'll be back on ACP come Sunday, I hope, man, because this channel's dragging ass on the views right now. I mean, it's hurting. So much love, much respect. It's your boy. I'm out.
We eat them up like cannibals, down and dirty like animals. Gold niggas can't stand 'em.